here with Half Dozen Customs. If you haven't been here before, today we're working on Monte Carlo. This is Colleen's car. She is my significant other. This is her first car that she ever had. She was able to hang on to it for all these years. And this car is a mess. But we are slowly going through it and getting this thing put back together. We only work one day a week on this, Monte Mondays. The rest of the week I work on a Jeep that's here. You can check out those videos as well. But today I am going to work on trying to get a couple coats of primer on this roof. Not trying to get it primed and ready for paint or anything. This car's getting new fenders, hood, doors, quarters, the whole 9 yards. I just wanted to get the roof straightened out and get a couple coats of primer on it. And when we do the rest of the car, you know, we'll get some more primer put on the roof. But I just want to get it primed up so that we don't have any hot spots or rust popping back up. So right now I got a couple of spots here that still needed a little bit of work. So I'm gonna get this coated, and while we let this set up and dry, we are going to start getting and making sure that everything else is ready to prime and start getting stuff taped off. We got some sandblasting to do along the windshield area. Just a little bit like where the chrome trim went. And then, yeah, just make sure everything's cleaned up and ready to go. I am not, like I said, I'm not trying to get this ready for paint at the moment. There's so much more work to do on this car. Just trying to get somewhere with it. We have the trunk to start on after this, bodywork wise. If you followed along, you know that we got that recently. We just got that sandblasted, and we are ready to start bodywork on it. But I want to get this roof primed before we do that. So we have lots of stuff that we work on around here. Like I said, we have the Jeep that we work on. That's the main priority job around here. That is a complete from the ground up. There's lots of videos of that. Working on getting it done this summer. And we also have a mini truck that's sitting in the back that those videos aren't out yet, but there's been a lot of filming done on that. So those videos will be coming soon. Probably after the Jeep's done, we'll get those videos started. So, but yeah, like I said, if you haven't been here before, check out our other videos. Like I said, we're gonna let this set up and we're gonna start working on some other things. Just where this chrome trim was sitting up here, we got, you know, there's some chips that have some rust in them. A little bit of bubbling here and there. We're just gonna get that sandblasted. Now I'm gonna let this set up for a few minutes before we do any sandblasting. I don't want sand getting stuck in the fresh filler. Maybe we'll go back there. We'll start getting the masking tape off that back window. We can start blowing and cleaning stuff out and get it ready for a final tape for primer. So we'll be right back. All right. While that sets up, we're just going to start unpeeling some of this tape. I've already gone along this backside with the sandblaster and cleaned up around where the chrome trim was, so this is ready to go. The front, we're not going to unmask it until we get that done. So duct tape is a mess to get off of here. It's been on here for, I wouldn't say forever, but it's been up here for, I don't know, a few months maybe, which doesn't help. But this black stuff is like that Gorilla Tape, and this stuff, I don't care what you put it on, like the glue does not come off with the tape. It stays behind. So you'll see in a later video on the Jeep, I use this stuff on the Jeep to protect some painted areas from getting scratched while I was putting stuff together. And when I went to peel it off, it was on bare metal. The tape was actually on bare metal, but it left all the glue behind, and it just created this huge mess for me trying to get this off of the bare metal. It was a nightmare. This Gorilla Tape is good tape, I like it, but it is definitely not good for Autobody work, and I will not be using it for this stuff anymore, because, like I said, this is what it did to the bare metal, and then trying to get it off the bare metal was darn near impossible. I'm going to blow this off, and then I'll spray it with some pre-cleaner, and we'll get a razor blade, and we'll start scraping it and cleaning it off. I've said it in multiple videos, this back window's no good anyways, but it's all I have at the moment, so we'll clean it up the best we can and try not to add any scratches to it. What a mess. Alright, well, you see what I gotta go through here. I'm not gonna make you guys watch this. I'll be back when this is cleaned up. Because this is stupid. Alright, well, we got all that off. Wasn't horrible, just very messy. So, just gonna run around this edge with the scuff pad and just make sure, you know, that we got some adhesion along this edge. Gotta be careful around those chrome clips. They're plastic and brittle. I don't want to snag the scuff head on there and break them. We've already got one that's broken here, and it's glued in with the window. We will not be able to get him out. We will not be able to get him out, so we're gonna have to figure something out when we go to put the chrome trim back on. You know, it needs a new back window. If we end up doing a new back window, then I will order all the clips and we'll put the clips in there. But until that happens, we may have to put a little dab of glue here at the corner to hold the chrome trim in. Okay, well, we got that taped off. It's getting close. All right, what we're gonna do now, that's set up enough that I'm comfortable sandblasting what we need to sandblast up there. So I'm gonna get everything together to do that real quick, and we'll be right back. And then once we get that sandblasted, we can run around it with a scuff pad like we did with the back, and get the front remasked off. I think it's time to change that paper out up there. It's been up there for a couple months, so it's dusty and dirty and full of sand and whatnot. So let's get that all cleaned out. And then maybe we'll go jump over to the driver's side. That is all ready. We'll just make sure everything's cleaned up and looks good. We'll tape off the quarter glass window area. And figure out how we're gonna do the door jamb. So I'm thinking that we'll run like tape underneath here and here, but we need to scuff this up, and we're gonna prime this. So I think we're gonna have to wrap our, come in and then wrap our paper down and into here, leaving this open so that we can prime that both sides. So yeah, we'll be back. Alright, well, we got that sandblasted and cleaned up. Alright, I think it's lunchtime. I would have to guess. Yes, it is. So, we'll be back after lunch to get that side ready. And then, yeah. We will get this guy primed up today. And then that way, next Monday, we can start on the trunk. I'm sure everybody's sick of watching me work on this roof. But yeah, new projects coming next Monday. See you guys in a bit. Later. Okay, we're back out here after lunch in the old man nap. We're gonna sand up these spots and get this side all taped off and ready to go. So let's get to it. Alright, well, we got everything taped off and plasticed off. Plasticed off the Jeep. Just because the frame's done on that, I don't want overspray all over the frame. You know, we got our trunk lid and the Jeep hood is over there. We got plastic on that. Not that that stuff really matters. One's bare metal, one's primer, but might as well just protect everything. So I'm gonna go inside and get the primer. Keep all my freezable items in the house during the winter, so everything's still in the house. So I'm gonna go get that stuff. I'm gonna get it mixed up and in the spray gun, and we will be back. Okay, got some primer in the gun, got everything all blown off, plasticed off, we're ready to go. Some of you may be asking why I even bothered to plastic off this car. You know, the car's junk at the moment, so why bother plasticking it? Well, the inside of the car has been all painted. Floor and everything's been painted. Same thing with inside the trunk. And the hole underneath of the car is done. And there's 4 feet of frame sticking out the front that's done. I don't want to get overspray all over all the stuff that I've already finished. So that's why I plasticed it off. But anyways, let's throw this mask on. Let's get to priming. I have a full cup here. I at least want to get 2 coats on it, but we'll go until I'm out of primer. So okay, so you guys are still watching, right? Got 2 coats on it. I'm happy with the way everything looks for the most part. The main thing that I really care about is the top section, because like I said, the sides are still getting quarters. We're going to be working over there again. You know, I expect to be working on the sides, but the roof, I would really like for it to look good. And I didn't see anything crazy other than maybe a couple of scratches from like the 80 grit that I didn't get out with 220, and then some pinholes. I tried to fill the pinholes with primer. Really not a big deal this go around. Like I said, we're going to be blocking all this back out, and you know, once we get the new quarters on and the rest of the car parts here, everything's going to be getting primed. So, you know, when we get to that point, like, I will block everything out with 220 real good, and it'll get primed again. And I've explained in other videos, I don't know if I've explained it in the Monte Carlo video, but usually how I do everything when I paint cars is that, you know, we body work everything out, we get it in primer, and then we can kind of get a good visual of what the car is going to look like. If there's something major that I missed, we get it fixed. But I block out the whole car with a longboard and 220, and then we prime it again. So, you know, this car will, this roof, this is just kind of a protective coat to protect any of the bare metal that was poking through. Okay, we're back out here the next morning after getting the roof on the Monte Carlo primed. So it looks good. I'm happy with it. So with how beat up that roof was, it looks really good. I'm happy with it. Only thing that I'm not happy with really is, well, there's a couple of things, I guess. So right here on both sides, there's lead work right here, you know, and the lead work continues through here. And that lead work is not, that, like, there's too much lead there. And I can see it. Well, I don't know how well you can see it now that it's dry, but last night when it was wet, you could see that it was humped out here on both sides. So, you know, I'm thinking when we do the quarters or whatever, I'm probably going to dig some of that lead out there, so we can get rid of that little hump that's there. And then the only other thing is up here where we did our patch. This body line is not, it's kind of non-existent, I would say. So we need to do a little bit more work there. But other than that, I'm happy with everything. Like I said before, this was just kind of, you know, let's just get it primed so it stops doing any rusting or anything like that. You know, the whole car is going to be getting primed again. We'll do some more work on that roof. We'll get the stuff straightened out that I don't like, and, you know, it'll get primed again. So, but that's it as far as the roof. We will be back on next Monday to start the trunk lid. So, yay, onto something different. Which I know you guys have already seen me do a bunch of work to that trunk lid, but we're gonna get it all done. So I'm gonna unmask this real quick, and then I'm gonna start on to my normal week gig, which is that guy. So let's get this guy unmasked. That's it. I'll leave it uncovered for a few days, let it just breathe. We'll get the car cover back on it. Probably I want to vacuum everything out and blow everything out, and maybe wipe some stuff down in here. It's, you know, there's a lot of sand in there and a lot of Bondo dust, and we had it all nice and pretty in there, and it is wasted. So I'll probably clean that up. Sometime during the week, or maybe that's what we'll start next Monday off with, is a little cleaning. But anyways, I will see you guys next Monday, and we will be moving on from the roof. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm out. Time to get to the next project. See you guys later.